It's a good one when I'm chuckling at the beginning. I think this one's going to get a dumpster fire thumbnail. So, Kevin McCarthy. On Monday, in an interview with a conservative talk radio show host Hugh Hewitt, I don't make these names up, I swear, basically says whatever the conference wants, I'll do with regards to would he be the Speaker of the House again. So within a week of saying that he will no longer consider being a Speaker of the House, he's now saying he would consider being a Speaker of the House. Representative Mike Lawler of New York, who's a McCarthy supporter, said there's support in the caucus for McCarthy to lead again. People are disgusted by what happened. It shouldn't have happened. And I believe a good portion of the conference believes McCarthy should continue to be the Speaker. Well, that's an ally telling you that. Have you talked with the MAGA Republicans? Have you talked with the Freedom Caucus? Have you talked with the 9 or 10 folks that voted against McCarthy? What are you offering them for their support of McCarthy? Because you're going to have to offer them something. They're not going to do it out of the goodness of their heart. And don't expect the Democrats to help. Because they don't trust him. And why would you cut a deal with somebody you don't trust? Liz Cheney thinks that, and now where I started this story was that Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise are planning on running. And Liz Cheney weighed in on Jim Jordan, basically saying that Jordan, if he was put up for the speakership, will lose the vote. The Republicans decide that Jim Jordan should be the Speaker of the House, and she says, I don't think that'll happen. So she doesn't think they'll even put him up there. But if they do put him up for a vote, she says she thinks he'll lose. And she basically says if Jim Jordan knew more about Donald Trump, what Donald Trump had planned for the January 6th insurrection than any other member of the House of Representatives. Jim Jordan was involved, was part of the conspiracy in which Donald Trump was engaged as he attempted to overturn the election. Said there were a handful of people, Jordan being the leader, who knew what Trump had planned that day. And in her speech, she said that someone needs to ask Jordan why he didn't report his knowledge about the events on January 6th to Capitol Police. And she also said something about the Constitution. Where is it? Cheney doesn't think Jordan will earn enough votes. But if he were to do so, she said there would no longer be any possible way to argue that a group of elected Republicans could defend against the Constitution. There's a pretty damning thing to say against your political party. Now, for what it's worth, Adam Kinzinger thinks that he will get reelected, that Jordan could be elected as Speaker of the House. I'm not saying he wants that. That's just a prediction. He thinks that Jordan could have enough votes to do it. So, I'm not intending on reading on McCarthy. It took him 15 votes without anybody knowing who he was to get elected the first time. And now there are some MAGA out there who have zero intention of putting him back in there because they now know who he is. So I think he's dead on arrival. I could be wrong. Maybe they put him in there and take him out again. Jim Jordan. I want to know about the energy with Jim Jordan and Liz Cheney. I've already done my reading on Jordan and Steve Scalise. I think Steve Scalise had the advantage on that one, but health issues and the fact that he's basically a white supremacist might be working against him. And Jim Jordan, well, he's just a douchebag. But entertainment purposes only kind of douchebag. Oh, dear God. Okay. Focus, David. Focus. Liz Cheney. Focus on the energy of Liz Cheney with regards to Jim Jordan. What can you tell us about that background? Go get him, Liz. Okay. Working hard. Liz working hard. It's going to be Liz. I think she's working hard on things that she values. This could be her future political career. As well as maybe getting a little bit of revenge on those in the GOP who don't value the Constitution here. And a victory card. I think she's working very hard to ensure that Jim Jordan does not see a victory in this. It could very well be that she is concerned he will get enough votes, and she's going to work hard to make sure that he doesn't, and that he continues to be exposed for who he was. And again, there's your 6, by the way, for January 6th on there. Underneath it all is the 4 swords. Since being kicked out of the GOP and being primaried and kicked out of her leadership position, and then being primaried, she's laid pretty low, thinking about what she wants to do next. I think she decided what she was going to do next and started working towards that. And one of her short-term goals is to make damn sure that anybody involved in January 6th is held accountable for it. But I think she also is starting to relaunch her brand and her political career with whatever comes from the ashes and becomes the new GOP, whether they call themselves the GOP, the Lincoln Party, or, who knows what they'll call themselves, the American Patriot Constitutional Freedom Fighter, whatever, throw in your favorite buzzwords there. I think she's working towards that. In the past, again, working towards that. She's part of her January 6th committee is she got to see the data. She got to see all the data, work with committee members, and saw what the plot was, and saw who the players and who advanced the plot. And then she went ahead and took up action against those. She was a force, again, I do not like her political leanings. However, there is no denying she was an absolute force on that committee. And she's going forward with that. Current situation. 2 of Pentacles. You got a bad choice and a worse choice as your current speakers of the House. She probably, maybe she likes Scalise. I'm not so sure. She definitely doesn't like Jordan. And she will work very hard against Jim Jordan. Mind you, as I get my little segue here and risk my laptop closing on me again, remember, on the House floor, during the insurrection, Jim Jordan tried helping her up, and she just snapped at him and said, "You're the one responsible for this. Get the hell away from me." I think it was the other way around, but you get the idea. She knew who was responsible for this, and she didn't want anything to do with that guy. Have you stopped moving? Okay. I'm not convinced it's not moving. No, stay. Okay, we'll have to deal with this. So, the lesser of 2 evils, balancing what she wants to do but with what she can do. Where's her time most valuable and her energy most valuable? She's going to make sure he doesn't get in. A lot of Pentacles here, by the way. Okay. Current situation, Knight of Cups. She's going to show him for the traitor that he is. If he gets any strong firming or support, she's going to go on more and more verbal attacks to let folks know who this guy is. He's a traitor to the country, in her opinion. She might even go forward with her colleagues that are still friendly to her in Congress and come up with some agreements as to holding him out of there, or maybe having suggestions on this. And I'm seeing something. I'm having my epiphany moment here. Let me finish this reading as it is, and then let me come back to you with this, what I'm really seeing here. Okay, so she's going to... No, it's your relationships that you build. It's the trust that you have and such. I'm curious on the outcome. New journey. I don't think she's going to show him for the fool that's on there. And let me just tell you what the epiphany was. This goes back to my previous reading where I see Liz Cheney being the Speaker of the House. And it was that same moment, I wasn't even thinking about that as I was reading this. It's that Knight of Cups and then the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups did it for me. Let me bring you down and explain. Okay, so now, is this really what it's telling me? I think it is. But it's also Liz Cheney taking a break, taking a breather, figuring out what she wants to do and how she wants to do it, and working hard and becoming victorious. What is she victorious with? She's got, again, I was talking about her new brand, coming forward with a plan. And now picture this being the Democrats trying to think of what are the lesser of two evils. Would we rather have Liz Cheney be Speaker of the House? I mean, they want Hakeem Jeffries to be Speaker of the House. But if they had to vote for a Republican, who's one that they could at least trust to honor their word and act as an adult and professionally? And knowing that you can't get anything done unless it's bipartisan. You just don't have the votes. This could be the Democrats. And then this could be that offer going forward saying, hey, if you, we'll nominate you for the Speaker of the House. If you agree to work with us, we'll agree to work with you on bipartisan legislation, and we have a new beginning. It relaunches her political career. Now, mind you, she'll never get the MAGA votes, but she was never going to get them anyways. Trump has persona non grata her, and the MAGA Republicans will never forgive Liz Cheney for her betrayal to dear leader. Oh, so sweet. They're so loyal. But for any Republican that actually admires somebody with a spine and has morals and ethics, that's their person. And for all the other ones, she can just stare them down and they'll go cowering in a corner like the cockroaches that they are. I am still staying by my prediction that Liz Cheney may very well be that dark horse candidate. That's 2 readings now where I've had an epiphany about Liz Cheney being the Speaker of the House. Now, again, that doesn't mean it's going to come through. I wouldn't go to Vegas, put $1,000 on it, hoping to hit the big one. It's the big one. But don't bet against it. There's just some wild energy here I keep tapping into, and I'm sticking to my guns on this one. I get very excited when I see that. We'll see. It's all about trust, right? Anyways, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all your shares and your comments and your likes and everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so that my video makes it out to new viewers. And to those new viewers, welcome to the show. Welcome to the dumpster fire. Oh, God, the Republican Party, they make me so sad. But what can you do? That's their choice. In the popcorn, you get some between your teeth after a while. You get stuffed the popcorn. But it's our popcorn moment, and we're going to enjoy it. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.